Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Hope you're well. It's funny, I was literally just thinking, oh, I never know how to title these things. And my literal first phrase on my page is, it's not about a title. So, wow. Anyways, I hope you guys are all well. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you popping on and join me live and share energy and space with me. So yeah, this is kind of what I just wanted to talk about is like, what if, hey Rosa, what if we can just take ourselves out of the equation? In so many senses. I guess the sense that I was thinking is in, when we want to step forward and we're thinking like, social media at work when we're speaking up and sharing about something or, whether we say something to someone or not. In our mind, the ego steps in. And it was just, I was put to the task of paying attention to the number of times that I said me, my, or I in the day. And we do it because that's our experience, is to be here in this body. But what if it is not about you? What if we just take ourselves out of the equation? And it's interesting because it brought my mind around to a few of the other lives that I've done recently. I had done one about credibility, and it applies to this because actually it kind of finished my thought cycle on it. Is that when we are looking for example programs that we want to take, and we're trying to decide on if we see something that we like, and it's like, oh well, this course sounds really good, or this program or class sounds really awesome, but then we need to know more about this person, and often instead of looking at the energy of the person and deciding whether we connect with them at a soul or energetic level, we start looking for credentials, and it's like, well, what's their experience? What have they got? What are their titles? And so this idea of like, when we're working through our soul job versus like the resume, the credits that we have, our titles on our resume. Hey Alexis, thanks for popping on. So I just thought it was so interesting because, we quickly, as we look for titles, it can impact, the ego steps in and can cut us off from beautiful, beautiful experiences. And also, just again, serendipitously, another friend of mine had made a post recently, and she was talking about that, like how when you're describing what your soul purpose is versus, again, just what work you do based on your resume, like introduce, hi, I'm this person and I do this, blah 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 blah, versus trying to introduce yourself from the soul, like it's different. But what if we took ourselves out of the equation? And then also looping back to a recent live that I've done where we were talking about, when you are inspired by something, you've read something or you've heard something that somebody has said, and you feel like you want to share it, like there's this, something's ignited within you, and you feel propelled to share something. Hey Kaylee, so good to see you. So you feel this propulsion towards, having to share it, just resonates so deeply with you. But then we have that imposter syndrome, and we think, well, this isn't mine to share. What if it's not yours to share? What if we just took that out of the equation and solved the problem there? Because, and I think this comes back around to that soul job, soul purpose versus title. So, if we don't have to be stuck in the ego, stuck in the body, and we just aren't even worried that what we're sharing is ours, then we can't get hurt. We don't have to worry about the feelings attached to it. We don't have to worry about what may or may arise from acting on it. So if you just do this, hey JP, and it's not coming from you, remove yourself from the equation, and you just share it because you know that when that propulsion to share or communicate or reach out to someone or sign up for something was ignited, that it was not for you, it's for the people who you might be sharing it to. So think of it as it's their message. It's not your message that you're sharing. You've been, and like it could be a download. It could just be that remembrance, and all of a sudden something that you just know makes total absolute sense to you. It's this download, it's come through, and it's not their message, whoever ignited it. It's yours because it's come through you, but that's exactly what it is. It's come through you, and now you're meant to share it because it's all about all of us. It's all about the connection. It's all about, we share it because then we have the opportunity to connect. If we share, we unite one another. These connections that we make are so important in our evolution. As we connect, we unite. We activate remembrance. We activate the opportunity to grow and expand. If we share, we have the opportunity to connect. If we share, we unconsciously give others the permission to safely share as well. We all connect and share. We simultaneously all grow and expand. Together we, through intentional, purposeful choices and speech and connection, we begin to build the world we want to live in. Because the things that we feel at a soul level are so important that it's our prerogative to express. And through that prerogative and through that inspired action, we're sparking remembrance in others. And it might not be that, it's not going to be the same. It's going to ignite some level of understanding that then ignites this ripple effect, and that person will hopefully act with this ignited sense of purposeful intention and share on social media, at work with their colleagues, with someone in their family, with a friend, with someone in the community. It doesn't matter. It's this energy that's going to, and if it's connecting with you at a soul level, then it is part of the wisdom of the world. And when we begin spreading messages and sharing the energy and the intention that comes from the wisdom of the world, it's coming from a place of love. It's coming from a place of growth. It's coming from a place of expansion. And this is literally how we, as these single human beings, get to work together in a collective, because there's millions and billions of us and we're not here alone. Let's take ourselves out of the equation. If we can connect and we spread this web of universal wisdom, which is love and peace and unity and compassion and kindness, when we begin to do that, we begin to elevate that. And as we spread it and as we give others permission to do the same, and then they give others permission to do the same, and then they give others permission to do the same, what do you think happens? We end up all connected. We end up all living the experience of love and peace and connection and compassion and happiness and kindness that we want everyone in the entire world to experience. So this is why let's take ourselves out of the equation. If you are propelled, when you have that ignited sense of universal wisdom, remembrance, connection to something that somebody says, and you feel that energetic push, propulsion to share it, you think of someone. Think of that, the number of times that you hear something and it's like you have just this thought of, oh my gosh, this person. Listen to it. Listen to it. Because this is the universe, and this is the power that you are. And we've always been so busy that we don't listen to these things. But we're at a place where things are slower, things are more peaceful, things are calm. If you're listening, I have a feeling this is probably your experience. I know that there is a chaos out there, as would be, but the more that we act on this, the more that we listen to these ignited inspirations, and as we spread it all out and connect and expand, it's inevitable. This is how we create the world that we want to live in. So it's not about you. Share if you feel the soul push to do so. And let's start viewing one another and connecting with one another as the beautiful human beings that we are, and the more that we can see it, in others, and the more that we can share it and share those moments of beauty and bliss and connection, because it's not our message. It's not about us. It's about you. It's about them. It's about all of us together, right? There's millions of us that we need to all love, all love. So let's open our hearts. Thank you to everybody. I see so many of you popping on. Sorry, I just get into my flow and it's really hard when I stop to say hi sometimes, so I just had to keep going there. But I see you all, and I'm always so happy to see you guys all pop on and join this space and share this energy with me. I love you guys all so much. Have a beautiful Saturday evening. Have a blissful Sunday. If you're already somewhere in the world, I saw you, Corey, who's already in there Sunday. Have a beautiful day. Love you guys so much. Bye.